All right, ace New York Post columnist Miranda Devine, be here in 1 second, but she writes in her recent column why Democrats are dreading a full Jan 6 reveal. Quote, there's no sugarcoating happened that day. J6 was shocking and violent in parts. It remains a strain on the nation, but it was not an insurrection or a terrorist attack. It was not the greatest threat to American democracy since the Civil War, as Joe Biden claims. It was not worse than 9/11. Despite the biggest investigation in FBI history, overkill for sure, no one has been charged with insurrection. And there is no evidence of any organized plot to overturn the presidential election. That is pretty darn good. Miranda Devine joins me now, New York Post columnist and Fox News contributor. Miranda, this is great stuff. Personally, for better or worse, I happen to agree with what you're saying here, especially after seeing Tucker Carlson's tapes last night. So, tell us more. Where are you now, and what are you thinking now? Where is this story going to go now, in your judgment?
Well, first of all, Tucker Carlson has part two of his revelations from that surveillance footage that hasn't been seen before, and included in that, I think he's interviewing a former quite high-level Capitol Police officer who he's described as a whistleblower. So I think that will be interesting. And the fact that Chuck Schumer has gone down to the Senate floor today and just hyperventilated about, the destruction to democracy and saying that Tucker Carlson is sliming the truth. What a hide after what the Democrats have done for the last 2.5 years. I do think it's unfortunate for Republicans that Mitch McConnell, the Senate leader, has now come out and basically backed the Democrats. That's inexplicable unless and now this is what my hunch is that he's trying to cover up for his own culpability that day for going along with Nancy Pelosi's refusal to give the Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sund the National Guard backup that he was begging for days beforehand, but particularly on that day as things were getting more and more frantic. The Capitol Police were left high and dry, outnumbered, like lambs to the slaughter, and that was because Nancy Pelosi, and I had always thought, Mitch McConnell really wasn't part of this, but maybe he is. He's certainly, I don't know why he's given this needless gift to the Democrats.
The thing is, though, what you see with great clarity, look, you've been reporting this, but what you see with Tucker's tapes, I watched them last night, I'm going to watch them again tonight, of course I will. First of all, this guy, Chancey, the shaman, whatever, he was not a mad dog going around killing people. It was almost like he was being escorted by the cops for a tour of the Capitol. And the other thing that's been written about and Tucker's tapes cover last night is the Capitol Hill police officer, Sicknick, was not killed in this. By somebody, by a terrorist, or he had a heart attack or a stroke later, or the day later. I'm not sure what all the facts are. And these are so many of the sort of headlines that Democrats used on the J6 committee, and some of these Republicans went along with it, that were just completely false. And it's like you write. The reason I like your column so much, Miranda, is this was not a great day for America. I get that, okay? Things happen we wish didn't happen. But it was not an insurrection. It was not a terrorist act. It was not the worst day in America. It was not as bad as the Civil War, 9/11. That's, your perspective just appeals to me so much here.
Yes, thanks. And look, I think the real damage to the United States, and I'm just shocked that a president would do this to his own country just for base political purposes. The damage to the United States reputation around the world, I know from, friends in Australia and in England, that they see January 6th through the prism of 2 years of Democrat lies. It's very hard once that narrative has solidified in the minds of people, and I think a lot of Americans as well, to actually dislodge it with the truth. And that's why I think there's been so much pushback against Tucker Carlson, and good on Kevin McCarthy for actually making this footage available. Tucker Carlson is just the beginning. There is going to be a lot more footage coming out over time. The Democrats no longer have control of this story.
And good on Tucker Carlson. And good on Miranda
Absolutely.
Devine. Good on Miranda, too. Put that in. Thank you for coming on. Hopefully we'll talk some more about this.